welcome to our Street Sense group chat.
We help make money stuff make sense.
And today we're talking solid ways to make money.
That makes sense?
Dollars and cents.
Ayo.
Okay, these puns are nonsense.
Nonsense.
See what I did there?
Moving on.
Anyways, okay, let's talk about some part-time jobs or side hustles that are actually worth it.
Some might take a little bit more effort or require some training, but once you've got them down, they're actually good ways to make money.
Mercedes, you had to make $50 in a week, right?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't easy.
Check it out.
I've been given 1 week to make an extra $50, and my time starts now. I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to my roots and see if I can find a family that needs a babysitter for a night. Update, someone responded to my Facebook posting. This challenge is already in the bag. Things here have slowed down. No one has scheduled anything for this week. I think I'm gonna try to move to another step. Next thing on my list is to sell something on Facebook. Brand new Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. It doesn't have a name on it or anything like that, which probably I know is like less valuable. I wouldn't know. So I think I've decided I'm gonna list it at 60. I am gonna try on Instagram too. Update, someone responded to my Instagram story and they wanna buy the jersey. The original person I had the deal with fell through. It ended up being okay because I actually got a lot of interest on the ad on Instagram. Some people even offered more, like $70. But I'm not saying that I'm done this challenge yet because this has happened twice now. I haven't done it until the money is literally in my hand or my bank account. Bag is secured and I'm gonna just like show you quietly because I'm downtown right now. Look. We made it to Friday and I completed the challenge, plus some. Here's what I learned. Always have a backup plan. Don't be afraid to negotiate if you're selling something. You never really know how much your item is worth to other people. Don't try to make money in a week. Give yourself some time. What would your strategy be?
Hard relate. We've all had buyers cancel on us.
It just eats up so much time. I did not have.
It does. Did you get any suggestions about selling online in the comments? Anything like that?
Well, someone asked why I wanted to sell the jersey in the first place, but I mean, the whole point of selling something that you don't want anymore is to try to find someone who does want it. I would suggest trying to find a buyer through one of your friends first. It might be easier to sell it that way and, safer.
I've had luck with neighborhood groups too.
That's good.
True.
And it's nice to not have to travel so far.
Definitely. Yeah, so babysitting didn't work out for me this time, but Anisha, you did look into how much someone can make doing it these days, right?
I did. Let's watch. Hey, you're a babysitter, right? Yeah, why? I was just curious. How much do you charge? It depends. I have one family with a 6-year-old and I charge them minimum wage. How much is that? $14.60 an hour. Well, that's student minimum wage. I round up to 15. Is it worth it? Sure. I mean, I usually end up having dinner with her, clean the dishes, play around a bit, and then put her to bed. It's not too bad. But there's this other family. Not as easy. No, it's wild at their place. They have 3 kids and a dog, so I have 50 cents for each of them. Really? Why 50 cents? I don't know. Well, I mean, I saw this chart once that said it's a good idea to set a base rate for one kid and then add 50 cents for other factors. Other factors? Yeah, like is homework help needed? Do I have to do chores while I'm there? Multiple kids, difficult kids, pets, that sort of thing. So how many times a week do you babysit? Usually Fridays and Saturdays, and I make about $120 a week. It kind of kills the weekend vibes, but the money's nice. And I live close by the families too, so it's pretty convenient. Well, I'm thinking about starting, but I'm kind of nervous. What if something happens to the kid while I'm there? Well, I've had to call my parents a couple times when stuff comes up, and I took a babysitting class online, so that helped. CPR too. Cool. Thanks for being so honest about this. No problem. Hey, don't steal my clients. All the info shared here today is legit from a 16-year-old babysitter working in Ontario.
Depending on how desperate parents are, I feel like you could make more than that.
Honestly,
Exploit that.
Depending on how desperate parents are, you might be able to make more than that.
honestly, what to charge was a pretty hot topic in the comments. Some people added $5 per kid on top of an hourly rate. Others just had flat rates for a day. And we did get a comment from someone who took the babysitting course.
I mean, if I were hiring someone to watch my kid, I'd want to know that they know CPR, that they can feed them, bathe them, burp them,
It's important.
So, Creo, you looked into a job that has a decent pay per hour.
I did, and it's good if you're up for it.
Watch.
Do you want to know how you can make $35 an hour as a teenager?
Okay, we get tagged in stuff like this all the time, and usually, it's a lot of talk and no substance. But this guy is refreshing because he's actually trying to give you good information. He's talking about being a sports referee, and he says that he started refereeing soccer games at 12, and that he's still doing it and making $35 per hour long game. But really quickly, I do want to give a little context after researching this. 12 is really young to start reffing, but there are openings for you to ref the really small units. Also, you're probably not going to make that money when you start. A lot of referees are actually volunteers, so you probably need to be older and have more experience to make that good money. Also, the referee jobs we looked up require some kind of paid course or training. You may also have to buy your own uniform and supply your own equipment, like a watch or a whistle. I guess the big question is, how do you get the job in the first place? I would say if you love a certain sport, ask someone who's already refereeing how they got into it. And while you're at it, maybe ask them how they deal with spirited parents during games. Honestly, visiting local sports leagues or giving them a call might be the fastest way to get started. So what do we think? Do we like the student job idea?
Refereeing sounds like an acceptable power trip. Looks fun though. Great money.
That's what a lot of people in the comments said. It's one of those things where usually it's seasonal, but if you do something like a basketball or a hockey, you could do it all year and keep the money coming in.
Lacrosse for the sauce.
Get that volley bag.
Footballing out.
Basket bank.
10s on 10s on tennis. No?
I have nothing else.
That's good, right?
No, Tara, stop, that's enough.
No, don't blow the whistle on us.
No, shot clock violation, you're both ejected. No.
Thanks for joining our team on the Street Sense group chat.
See you next time.